It's Mocha, Z, and Kirsten G. Beautiful, strong queens, come and listen to 3. Peace and love comes naturally. Powerful, outspoken women listen happily.
We're going to give you a couple and then that's
right.
it. We're not going to drag that on. You get a couple and then we can just
I think
it's
y'all
too
hate
good
it. I
tonight.
think at this point y'all hate
We
it.
can't spend a lot of
good.
times on them okay? We can't do that every
It
week.
just feels good to be.
I understand, but we can't be every week.
Every week.
Let her sometime. That's what she was there for.
She did but she just should have kept it going.
She was there to
There
to introduce POW Radio. Hey guys.
Does it sound like hey to y'all?
No, sounds like welcome to POW Radio, everybody.
Hi guys, welcome.
Hi. What is crackalating?
All right, listen guys. So tonight we got a good topic. D, you about to check it out? All right. We are gonna talk about angry Black women. And y'all see me putting in quotation marks. Let me do this. Hold on.
Right.
Angry Black women. Right? In all quotations. Because is it a true statement? Is it true? Are Black women angry? We gonna get into it, honey. And listen, when I say I can't wait, I'm saying I can't wait. But before we get into that topic, we're going to switch it up a little bit today because we're missing our lovely KG. She's steady business. Business is growing, and we know when it's booming, we support that.
Money.
Yeah, we support that wholeheartedly.
Mad.
So we're going to switch it up just a little bit, and we're going to start off with random facts.
Oh, we starting with me?
Yes. Girl, we'll start with you.
All right. Well,
and then we'll figure out what D been up to.
D, what you been up to, D?
Well, right now she's trying to get this Facebook Live.
What I'm going to do then is I'm going to go ahead into my random fact. Since we are talking about beautiful Black women and the stigma or the term angry Black woman, I thought it would be good to educate in these random facts about Black women.
With the education.
Okay, we're going to start there.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to educate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first fact.
I feel like I'm in church. Yeah.
Hear this when I say fact. Okay. That's fact. Okay. The Black woman. Okay. Y'all ready?
Yep.
We are the mothers of who? Humanity. That means
period.
Everybody. That means everybody.
Birth of a nation.
That means everything. That means everybody.
Everybody.
Okay? Everybody. Okay? It is a mitochondrial DNA that traces all human beings back to who? A Black woman.
Speak on it.
Between like 99,200-something thousand years ago. Everybody comes from us. Okay?
Everybody.
Respect us. Okay? We are the mothers of everybody.
Of everybody.
Everybody. We everybody mama. Why y'all be trying? Why you trying to be our mama? We is.
Baby, I get that all the time because I have not named kids. but I am definitely a mother.
That gene is also called the Eve gene, so you can look that up. It is a fact. Fact. All right, the next fact is Black women were the first women to rule, to be in charge, to be queens. The earliest female in recorded history to rule nations were African women. The best known female ruler was the Egyptian pharaoh. Oh, don't give me the line. Look it up.
just the fact that we were first. Just the fact that we were the first. Then we let y'all men get a hold of this thing, and look where we at.
Hey man, we should have never relinquished.
Here we are.
We let y'all see.
Trying to be nice, helpmates,
okay. Trying to let y'all handle stuff, and look what y'all did.
Right.
Look what y'all went and did.
You made it back.
You back, girl.
I made it back.
Yay. Oh, also going back. This is why we are the mothers of everything, because we produce the strongest babies. The strongest one medically. Okay. Our children.
I ain't produced no babies yet, so I'm just gonna nod my head in the
You was one of them strong babies.
Oh, I am.
Okay.
I am. And I agree.
You
Like the people at church. Amen. Yeah.
It says black children show superior psychomotor development over European children.
And they try to dumb us
and
down.
They try to act like we all crazy and whatnot and over. No, y'all just can't handle us because we just too much. We
too much.
We powerful. And then I'm gonna say this. Hold on. Do I want to say that one?
I don't know, because Dee was off doing her thing, trying to make sure we was live on Facebook and whatnot.
And
that's still not working. We still not live.
Facebook.
Girl, I was gonna reiterate these facts because I got excited when we talked about the birth of a nation.
Girl,
from who?
We the mammies.
From who now? Say what now?
We the mamas. We's the mamas.
Black
This
women.
is the last fact, but I think this is kind of obvious if everybody's really been paying attention. But black women consistently, I want you to focus on that part. Black women consistently fight on the front lines for the black community.
And that's obvious.
Did you hear what I said? Consistently.
Absolutely.
We don't take a break.
Obvious.
We always fight for all our children. You see what I'm saying?
And you know what? I mean, that just makes sense to a black woman, of course.
It do.
But it makes sense to a black woman because we are the birth of a nation. So we birth women and men. So, of course, we're going to be on the front line. And I ain't had not their children, but I mothered them all.
Sure did. But she the mama of all y'all. Everybody watching, she the mama.
Especially these up here. I sure act like it. Listen.
So I say all that to say, respect black women. And we're going to get into this angry black women conversation, but I wanted to lead with some education, because people always, I think people know and they love, they might not know these details, but they know the greatness of black women. That's why they try to take from us so much, and then they want to beat us down for being that way. But you want to you trying to steal our juice. No, we got the juice, okay? Right. So, yeah, that's random facts, y'all. If y'all knew that, great. If you know some more random facts about black women, please feel free to comment, share below.
Let me tell you, I'm interested to see how many men knew those facts. Because I know several women that were aware of our greatness. But it's just, it's interesting to see how many men actually
knew that. Because they think that everything is a patriarchal society. It became that.
Yeah.
It became that. It was not that. Look at everything. It's mother. Everything. Female. Female.
That's some good information.
Yes, girl. I was like, yes.
Yeah, me too.
I was
and what better way to start off the conversation? Because what we're about to talk about is really just people's opinions and how they think on things.
Right.
But to start the conversation with actual facts and education just leads way to some people's opinions.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
You can feel how you want to feel.
Right.
You can say what you want to say.
Right.
But when facts is presented to you, you just need to be like, zip it. Shut it up. Purse your mouth. That's what happened. So, that's Random Facts with Zay. Dr. Z.
Listen, I'm excited about this topic. D, did we get Facebook up and running? Nope.
Facebook is not
going. Oh, yes. We live.
Okay, come on, Facebook.
All right, Facebook. We see you over there.
Hey,
y'all. We made it.
Welcome back, y'all.
We made it back.
Welcome back.
Yes, Facebook.
Welcome back. All right, so listen, because tonight's topic is just such a hot topic, I called it infamous in all of my little promos because people talk, and I was telling you guys before the show, I haven't had that conversation about the angry black woman in quite some time, but I can remember frequently having that conversation. I remember a time, and then we're just going to jump right into it, that I was at a gas station here in Atlanta, and I was, pumping my gas, which I hate to do, by the way. So, I was single. But I was pumping my gas, and this black young man came up to me and selling diamonds or something. He was like, I got diamonds or something.
Diamonds at the gas station.
Yeah, wrapped up in a paper. Yeah. Wrapped up in a paper towel or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Something random that you shouldn't be selling. Anyway. So I just politely said, no, I didn't want any. And then he went on this whole rant about black women not being supportive, always being angry and mad at the world, and that's why he dated a white woman. And I mean, a full out rant.
Selling diamonds out of a
so
napkin
of course, I did not respond to the madness. But all I can think about is what black woman would actually want that type of man? You know what I'm saying? That would put down a black woman
and be at the gas station
in her face. Like, what you really trying to do is like, you think that's gonna, first of all, that's not gonna convince me to buy your diamonds and your paper towels.
No, your diamonds and brownies.
Right, but and number two, you the one sound angry.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I don't feel no kind of way. I politely said I don't want your diamonds wrapped up in paper towel, and I went about my day. But you are the one that got upset. You are the one that got angry, not this black woman. Right.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. So let's put it in perspective.
Right.
Right. It's typically not us.
I think it needs to be put into perspective.
Yes.
Are there angry black women out here? Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. But every black woman is not walking around here as a bitch, just want to and fight everybody. And no, the majority of us are not. And I would even say, if we just dealing with the chunk that are angry, yes, there's a little small section of crazy ones. Yes.
Okay, but that comes in all colors.
All colors. But we just talking. Okay, yeah. But even with the angry ones, let's put it into perspective of what they're angry for. Most of them are probably single mothers, and they probably, at this point in the game, they got a full-time job, probably a part-time job, and probably in school. They also probably got 1 to 2 businesses that they also doing on the side, on top of raising children, 1 to however many children by themselves. So,
and probably layering that, probably still dealing with
the hurt issues, and the pain.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, because they still have to interact with the father or fathers, and that anger for them not being there because I got to do all of this and do all of this by myself. That builds up anger, right? Mm-hmm. So then the guy will be like, "Well, why she got to be mad at me because I didn't do nothing to her?" Here's how it works. This woman that got all this stuff to do, when she finds time for herself to say, "Hey, I'm going to talk to this guy or give this man my number," she ain't got time to play with you. Did I list all this stuff that she got on her plate? So if you come into her, you got to come to her with some serious grown man stuff, because if she's going to fit you into this busy schedule, she ain't got time to play. So if you coming up to her on some bull, yes, she going to say, "What? Mm-hmm. Okay, I just got off of work. I'm on my work to job number 2, but I got to take my son to football. You know what I'm saying? Got to drop my daughter at work, and I don't. What?
And let's put in perspective the word angry, because I ain't really angry. I'm really just pissed.
Yes,
I'm mad. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Because wasting my time. I'm frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if angry is really the right word to use, because I'm definitely upset.
I don't think angry is a good word to use.
Yeah,
because people mistake emotion and passion
to
be aggression.
We were just saying
that. That's not it. Just because I'm passionate about what I'm talking about doesn't mean that I'm angry. That doesn't
and black
mean that.
women are the most passionate beings on earth. We care about everything and everyone. So no, we can be happy about something and be animated. We can be sad about something and be animated, because it's not just something we're talking about. It's something that we feel and we're connected. And I agree with that. It's a passion, because I'm passionate. I talk with my hands. I get loud and all that. And people do take that as me being aggressive. You always yelling. I'm not yelling. I'm just speaking out. I already got a powerful voice. Right. But when I'm feeling something, the amp just go up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm loud already too. and that's really hereditary. I mean, my dad's side of the family, we're all loud. But even in that instance, we could be having conversations with my family, and my dad always say, "Why are you so loud?" But it's not really, I mean, yes, I'm loud, but I am very passionate about whatever I'm speaking on. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I feel like if I have an opinion about it, then it's important to me. Like Zan was saying, I feel that. I feel very passionate about my opinion. So I'm voicing it to you. But most times, I think guys are afraid of that aggression. They see it as aggression, even though we're giving it to them as passion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel this way. This is how I feel, and I'm discussing this with you, or I'm telling you my opinion. And because I'm passionate about it, you're receiving that as aggression. You know what I'm saying? Like
they're probably receiving that as aggression, because whoever they done messed over, the baby mama or whatever, has been aggressive with them, passionately.
But you know what?
With reason. with grounds and facts behind her to stand and say, listen, I used to love you and we was cool until you fucked over me and cheated with X, Y, and Z and all these chicks, and then you came with this baby and wanted me to raise the baby. And then, you know what I'm saying? So I shouldn't be mad. I shouldn't be angry. I shouldn't be frustrated. You know what I'm saying? I think men have to start taking some accountability for this quote-unquote anger that they say we have. Because you're giving us reason. Most women, we go into a situation loving. We ain't going into it like mad and angry, want to fight. Right. We go into it loving. And we going to love you until you do something to make us not.
She said, well,
you know, I'm just saying.
I mean, for people who haven't healed from their past,
exactly.
Definitely.
We'll take anger into it.
Exactly. And we talked about last week about that whole seeping negativity and layering on those issues without dealing with them. And that, like Zan started off the whole conversation with, those type of layers, those type of things that you have listed that you must do every day, that you have to take care of, that is a responsibility of yours, just adds to how much time you got to not deal with the BS. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So don't come playing with me. What do you want? I'm just trying to see, I'm just trying to, what? You know what, I got plans and everything. I can't just try to see.
But you know what bothers me and what I can see. I mean, I don't feel like I'm an angry black woman, but what bothers me and what I can see a black woman feeling some type of way about is that the men that do approach them when they have all of these things listed act as if they don't have a life. Like they don't have nothing going on for themselves. They may have a job. You know what I'm saying? They may be taking care of their child, but they don't feel the weight of the responsibility that a woman feels. So when they do come up to you like, oh, I just want to see how this go, like, we got time for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we live in the same type of lifestyle that you guys are living, but that's not the case because we are the birth of a nation. Right. We carrying a lot of things. Right. You know what I'm saying? So the games we don't have time for. That's why you see the frustration in a lot of, I ain't gonna say most.
Yeah, a lot.
In a lot of our black women because they're tired. Exactly. I think it's less angry, but just tired.
Just tired.
You know what I'm saying? Just tired. Like, how long? Like, it's too long for me to go through this same
exactly.
thing. You
know
what I'm saying?
And this conversation really came up for me is I was looking at a post and it was like a picture of black women. The top, they were smiling. It said something, this is how they are with white men. On the bottom, they weren't smiling. This is how they are with black men. So some women were saying, no, all black women aren't that way, blah, blah, blah. And because they were basically disagreeing, the men were like, oh, y'all angry and women always confrontational and you can't communicate. No, you just cannot accept the fact that women have brains and power and things of their own that they don't need you to tell them and to do, and it's okay. It don't mean that we want to fight. It just means like, okay, you believe that, and I believe this. You know what I'm saying? And then how you gonna tell me about a woman?
I just want to know, like,
at
what point
like Candy
did it become
a thing
to not be able to have a active dialogue and conversation about things, and people can agree and disagree without the other person being angry. Just because I don't agree with your opinion doesn't make me angry. I just don't agree with what you got going on, and it could be vice versa. But why do I have to be angry just because I'm not going along with what you got?
Right. I think because a lot of it is not just opinion, it's experience. I think a lot of it is actually interactions.
So you're frustrated that I don't have the same experience?
No. You've been through these experiences, so you have these triggers.
Oh,
so you have something that is a reason for it. You see what I'm saying? So it's not just an opinion about it. You know from experience about it. So when you're interacting with these people and they're pushing these triggers and all of that, that's going to bring up the anger. That's going to bring up the fight. That's going to bring up the defense.
I don't mean it in that context. Like you just said, you know, a guy having a conversation with a girl and she disagreed with him, so he called her angry.
Right.
But at what point did that become the thing?
Angry. Right, yeah.
Just because I don't agree. If we're having a conversation, I want to hear what your opinion is, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to agree. And because I don't, that doesn't make me angry.
It became a thing when everything went to a paternal society because they silenced women. Women weren't supposed to be quiet, and men handled this, and men were all this, and they silenced us. And then women had to fight for the right to open their mouth and say something again. You know what I'm saying?
I think just kind of tying in today's society, but I think social media has given people a platform. Right. So if I have a platform via social media, and it doesn't matter how long I've been on there, if I've had 10, 15 likes on the things that I've said, like my opinion, then for somebody to contradict me, I feel like, wait. 1,500 people already said they agree with me. So how dare you not?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How dare you not understand where I'm coming from and agree with me? Because now I have a platform. Now I feel like I'm entitled to
validated.
Yeah.
Right.
I, not only am I entitled to my opinion, but it's right. It's fact now. Because so many people don't like, so many people don't liked it and commented on these things. So it does. So even if I jump over to somebody else's page and voice my opinion, how dare you? You know what I'm saying? Not agree with me. Now I'm angry. Now you angry. You know what I'm saying? That's just bringing it back into the. But I definitely agree with Zan too, as far as the silence of women from years ago and trying to really get out of that mindset, because it's a lot of men out here that feel that way. It's some women out here that feel that way, and that's why the men are consistently. I ain't gonna say consistent, but that's why so many men still feel that way, because women allow that. They attribute to that type of mindset. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta have two people. I can't just say that men should be the head of the household if no woman is agreeing with that. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta have both parts to say, you're right. In order for that, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you gotta have a man that say, "Don't you speak unless you're spoken to" type of mentality, like Zan was kind of referencing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the woman that's gonna do not say nothing. In order for them to work. Yeah, in order for it to work.
Yeah, because that ain't gonna work with everybody. That sure ain't gonna work with somebody like us.
Baby, it's so not gonna work with me.
What?
Right.
We don't do that.
Don't do that.
I think just with everything, especially the interpretation from the black women, and going back to that post, the conversation got deeper into the fact that black women, there's always exception to the rule, guys. Okay, so let's just say,
and these just three black women,
right? Right. For the most part, black women stay with black men. Regardless of what, we've been dogged by them, cheated on them, all kind of
take
things.
Them
right?
back, take a new one.
And we would just get another black man.
Right.
It's not. We don't have a ceiling with them. We don't have a ceiling to be like, oh yeah, they all. Even though we say all black men are dogs or all men are dogs, we still gonna do what? Go get another black man. But them, for us, it's like, oh no, y'all too this, y'all too that. You know what I'm saying? I've heard black men literally say that they don't date black women because
we're angry.
Yeah, because of that. Because
they're
angry or too confrontational or all of that kind of stuff. And it's like, really? So you can't take a confrontational or angry woman, but we can take a cheater, a dog, an abuser, and all that, and still go back to
y'all? It goes both ways, though. I mean, I know some women that are fed up too. You know,
that's why I say it's always exception.
Yeah,
to the rule.
You know what I'm saying. So I mean, I don't know if it's a off balance in that scenario. Like I don't know if more men cast aside black women as women cast aside black men. I feel like
they do. I don't feel like it's a balance. Are there more black women probably going outside of our race at this point in the game? Probably. Yes, than what we used to do. But I still think, as compared to, we still are staying within our black men community in terms of still.
This is a whole nother topic, but I'm gonna just throw this out there and we'll talk about it another time. But I read somewhere where somebody, their opinion was that a lot of black men go for the white woman because it's a prize to them. You know, we're, as a black community, we're so deprived and we're working so hard to increase our value, right? To become rich or wealthy in the white man's world, and part of that is getting a white woman,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So we'll talk about that in another show. I know that's a whole nother topic, but in saying that, I was just saying that kind of goes back to what you were saying, and we've been up here just being angry and talking, not really being angry, but I'm sure there's some comments. So let's check in with the comment section. Do we got some comments, Keeks?
Not at the time.
Oh! They just gonna let us be angry black women.
No, my phone is like stuck. So.
Oh, let me see if I can go on and see if we got some comments.
For some reason, it's not letting me.
What do you think about it?
You think you're an angry black woman?
From experience, I'm fed up with as far as men just feeling that they're entitled to have it their way, and you're supposed to be okay with whatever they send your way. I figure I'm fed up with their approach to black women, and we're getting treated more like bitches and hoes and hood rats opposed to black women or the queens that we're supposed to be.
You don't even got to be a queen.
You don't
Just
even have
treat
to be
me
a
like
because
the woman I am.
You
know
know
what I'm saying?
Every female's not a queen.
Right.
Right. That's what
every
I'm saying.
female's
Right
not a
there.
queen.
Exactly.
So you can't put a bitch and hood rat in the hole and call them a queen.
Or, I think all women. I think all black women are queens.
Supposed to be.
But I think that it's the environment in which you're around that makes you feel like you're not worthy of that title. So you act like the bitch and the hood rat. You know what I'm saying?
Because you're not acting worthy of the title.
Right, but that's because you don't know any better. For some, they don't know any better.
Agree.
Like I used to have this conversation with some people. You know, I talk about everything to everybody. But anyway, I used to say, when people started going, like in the last, I guess, couple of years, when we started being so vocal about racism, equity, and equality, people always started, people started calling people kings and queens to reference where we come from, to get people to realize that we are better than what they portray us today. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That we are better. But for some people, if I grew up in a space where bitches, hoes, tricks, hood rats was all I knew, and even as a term of endearment, you know what I'm saying? What up, bitch? What up, hoe? You know what I'm saying? Like we've had those spurts in our life. But if I grew up in that environment, then when somebody say, "Hey, queen," I'm thinking you playing me. Like what you talking about, queen?
Exactly.
Now, my name Keisha.
Let me interject though.
So I feel like you just have
that as a try to. Hey, queen. Good morning, queen. Don't good morning, queenie. Okay.
You better call my name. I agree.
I would just throw that out there.
But what I'm saying is that we have to get in a mindset that it's okay to experience something different and to really believe in ourselves. So if I truly believe that I am a queen, then I can get used to people acknowledging me as such. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully, if you think you're a queen, you start trying to behave as such.
Exactly.
You got to make it match up. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I definitely agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I agree with, I guess, part of your statement, because I do believe everybody is clean.
I think at this point in the game, and I gotta say this because things change, I think at this point in the game, black women are fed up. We tired. And we doing so much now. Businesses, school, we always do more than women, but we doing so much more now. And we just fed up. We just don't have time. We don't have the time.
I agree with that. I just don't think that translates into an angry black woman.
No, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, we just don't have the time. I don't think that makes me angry. I just literally don't have the time.
Yeah.
Like, and then, I just feel like this is a whole nother subject too. But we got 16 we got about 2 subjects. We got about 11 subjects.
We can't even stay on one. Oh wait, Keeks had another. Oh wait.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Keeks.
I was just gonna say, as far as how to stop it from happening or occurring constantly, is stop accepting it.
Yes.
It's like, oh, well, he gonna keep cheating. Why he keep cheating? Because he know that you gonna be mad for a minute. He gonna sleep on the couch. He gonna do whatever he gotta do to kiss your ass, and he gonna get back in there. That's how you end up raising the other girl kids and all this other stuff, because you allow it. So
basically, you setting yourself up to be angry.
Exactly.
And you know what? I feel like, I know we're speaking about women, and I probably shouldn't even try to give the men a break, but I feel like that goes both ways. I feel like individually we have to stop allowing things that we don't want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For so long, both men and women of all races feel like, oh, okay, I guess it's okay to do that. And then 5 years later, you pissed because they still doing something that you allowed them to do early on. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's like, why you mad because they doing what you taught them to do,
right? What you allowed them to do. So they don't think nothing wrong with it. Like it was a clip on Baller Alert on Instagram just yesterday, and this guy had like a little garbage bag, and he was like trying to get in the car, but wasn't really getting in the car. And the girl was like, "Leave." I forget the guy's name, but she was like, "Just leave, just leave." And he was like, first he acted like he was gonna leave, then he was like, "You know what? Just get over it. It's nothing. I mean, I ain't leaving. We gonna be together. You not gonna be with nobody else. Like, just get over it. I mean, it's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right. It's nothing. I don't know why you this mad about it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's saying stuff like that. So to me, outside of call the police man, because he doing too much. You know, right. So outside of that. But that also, if I go deeper, leads me to believe that you've allowed him to do these things before because
right.
he's comfortable enough to
yep.
even tell you what you're gonna do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you've done it before.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So at some point you gotta say no.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta realize. I mean, and then I know this may be small, but I mean just something as small, like we talked about I think last week. Allowing little things to build up. To then this one little thing that just throws you all out of whack, and now you pissed about something that was so small, but it really ain't that thing. It's the all other 15 things that you allow in the past to happen. You know what I'm saying? And that translates to the angry black woman, even though I'm not really angry. I'm just upset, frustrated, tired.
Yeah, and I definitely agree that being all of that, we definitely have to take accountability as well, because even though I feel like men have to take accountability for what they know they've been out here doing to women. Let's just go there. Okay, you can't be like, I don't date black women, or black women all angry and you don't know why. Yes, you do.
Right.
Okay, so take some accountability for that. But then black women have to also take the accountability, like Kiki said, to realize that, yes, you are allowing this. Yes, you are allowing it. Just like the episode that you said, like, we have to all take accountability for it and then make the necessary changes.
But
like,
for those
set
men
the
that
boundaries.
feel like that, how do you feel about your mother? If you won't date a black woman, you feel that every black woman that you encounter is angry, then what kind of environment did you grow up? Are you not wanting to date black women because you don't want to end up with someone like your mother? Or, you know, I know there are,
it can play a part.
I encountered black men in my life in undergrad whose mothers didn't want them to date black women because of our attitudes and things like that. But
angry black woman syndrome.
The angry black woman syndrome.
And she's a black woman.
As a black woman, how do you teach a child, your black son, to not date another black woman?
My son was in high school and he was saying, you know, because they know that I'm not against nobody else, but I want my children to have black wives. I do. So they know that. But they know I'm not going to be mean to nobody if they bring somebody home. I ain't going to be mean. Nah, I'm just playing.
I don't know. We should have had a camera to zoom in on that face.
But no. So my son was like, but Mom, you know, I do like black girls, but for the same reason. They always get an attitude. They always do that. And I told my son, you can't just throw them away. You have to be the one to teach them. If this little girl is coming up to you and you like her, you could be like, hey, you want to talk to me? You have to talk to me like this. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Just little stuff like that, because we have to start taking responsibility, like us saying, you know what? You can't talk to me like that. I think we have to start setting those boundaries and teaching each other how to treat each other.
Yeah. I think part of that is what I was going to say when you were talking about accountability, because accountability is important.
Very important.
You know what I'm saying? That should be like number one, check that off your list. You know what I'm saying? You hold yourself accountable and the people around you accountable.
Right.
That's important. But on top of accountability, like number two should be understanding. Because even if I didn't encounter those type of things growing up, I should be able to understand where this person is coming from. That goes back to the whole, how do we transition from me not agreeing with you to being angry?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we all don't have the same experiences like you were saying. You know what I'm saying? So, but I can definitely understand, even if I don't agree, even if I didn't have the same experience. You know what I'm saying? And then you can get to the teach me how to love you. That's when the whole love languages came about. It's a big thing now. I mean, 5-6 years ago, I don't remember nobody saying nothing about no love language. But now, it's a thing. You know what I'm saying? But I think if you following those type of, in that pattern, then hopefully we'll get to a better, and we'll get away from the whole infamous.
I think, everybody be angry because they're in defense. Everybody gets like this because they're all the damage that they haven't worked on or healed or even identified, like you said, because of how you might have grown up or whatever. So everybody's like this. It's hard to be nice when you like when you got your guard up all the time. You know
always in the defensive mode.
But I just, for the whole thought about the angry black woman, it just pisses me off because I know I'm a black woman. I've always been around black women in my life, and everybody wasn't angry. And a lot of them had reason to be, and they weren't.
It's a decision.
You know what I'm saying? My mom,
for women,
I could have been angry. She could have been all kind of things with my dad, but she didn't. She wasn't around here like to everybody. She wasn't. She just did what she for real. She wasn't T-Rexing out here. She wasn't T-Rexing. You know what I'm saying?
Not T-Rexing.
Y'all went out here T-Rexing. You know what I'm saying? She was out here just doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody isn't like that. Did she have reason to T-Rex?
Right.
Yes. A lot of black women have reason to go T-Rex on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But all of us don't. So just like I said to the guy, because he was like, why you got to get offended? I said, listen, it ain't no more different from if I say all men are dogs and lump you in. You're going to be like, all men ain't dogs because I'm this way and that way, right? Same thing. All black women ain't angry. You know what I'm saying? So we got to stop lumping everybody in and lumping everything in together and take people for who they are. Who are you? Are you an angry black woman? You know what I'm saying?
You don't know all of them anyway.
Exactly.
Right.
You don't know. Just the ones
Not
you
one
was
person knows all of them.
Right. And let's keep it in perspective. When we say all of them, we mean all the ones we've encountered.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When we use all and everybody, that's the ones we encounter. So maybe we need to start encountering different groups of people.
Hey, that's a whole nother show because you do attract what you are.
Exactly. Yes, definitely.
I mean, I've seen some posts on Instagram just this past week alone about younger women and even teenagers. They think it's cute to walk around with an attitude. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that is, and they think that you standing over in the corner with a stank look on your face attracts men, but apparently it is getting some of them.
Exactly. It takes
so you can't. We can say, yeah, we all ain't angry, but it's some women putting that out there, but it's also men feeding into that. Mm-hmm. So a woman ain't gonna stay angry if you ain't giving it no energy.
Yeah, because some men like that. Some men like, just like some women, some men like that. They like the drama. They like he probably be like, ooh, she feisty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some men,
he's toxic.
He is, but it's just,
but so is she.
But so is she. Yeah, they both toxic
together. That's true.
The angry bird.
Angry bird. Okay, listen. Because we about to go there. So listen. Let's just bring that on in with the angry bird syndrome.
For real.
Listen, this has been a very good. I knew I couldn't wait to talk about this. This has been a very good topic. Yeah. And just the fact alone that we've digressed into other topics knows that the infamous topic of angry black women is not just a neutral topic. It stems from things.
Exactly.
Just all the things that we've mentioned today. So listen, Mocha says, in order to avoid this whole angry black woman topic, you should be able to do 3 things. Number 1, hold accountability for yourself. Number 2, have an understanding for other experiences. And then number 3, teach those around you how you want to be treated and how you expect to be responded to in different situations. We love you guys. We're going to talk more about this in the comments.
And here's
when we
3
go live.
women, 4 women that ain't angry. Look at
We're not even angry. Not at all.
Not at all.
Yep. We'll see you guys next week. And guess what? POW Radio is going to Spotify April 22nd. You'll be able to listen to us anytime you want, starting April 22nd. So get ready for the podcast to load on Spotify. We'll see you guys next week. End of season 2. Bye, guys.